Now today we will study the next topic of the determinant, that is finding the minors and the cofactor of any of the element of a determinant. What are the minor and what are the cofactors? What are the minor and what are the cofactors of any element of a determinant? So first of all, I will tell you what is a minor of a determinant. Suppose we want the minor of this element A21. This is a complete determinant. First element is A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32. All the 9 elements have got their minors as well as their cofactors. All the 9 elements have their minors as well as cofactors. Minors and cofactors, what are they? Suppose I want the minor of A21, just hide the column in which A21 lies and hide the row in which A21 lies. So A21 lies in the first column and the second row. On hiding these two, what is being left? We get A12, A13, A32 and A33. So these, if we hide this one and this one, so we get these 4 elements. So these 4 elements form the minor of the determinant A21. So this is a minor, it is generally represented by capital M, minor of A21, that is A12, A13, A32, A33. Now next comes what is the cofactor of the A21? The difference between the minor and the cofactor is only that cofactors have got the sign along with them. Certain get the negative sign and the other gets the positive sign. If we give the negative or positive sign properly to a minor, we get the cofactor. For example, I want the cofactor of A21. I want the cofactor of A21. So what is the cofactor? Generally we represent by capital A. So cofactor of A21, capital A21, just put up the minus sign here, minus 1, and raise the power to I plus j. I plus j means row plus column. Row plus column. Now 2 plus 1 is 3. Minus 1, negative sign raised to odd power 3 will get the negative sign. Will get the negative. So this minor M21 with the negative sign will be called the cofactor of A21. So what we observe, if I am telling you the minus 1 to the sum of the power of the row and the column, so that means whenever we get the sum odd, the sign of the cofactor will be negative. Whenever we get the sign, for example, I ask you what is the A22? What is the cofactor of A22? So then we will write down minus 1 to raise to power 2 plus 2, and after 2 plus 2 means even power is there. So minus 1 to raise to power 2 plus 2, 4. So we get the minus 1 to power 4, the plus sign. So cofactors of the elements whose fixes have the sum even 2 plus 2, 4 will be of the positive sign, and whose sum is odd 2 plus 1, 3, we will get the negative sign. So A22, what is the, by the way, I just tell you what is the cofactor of A22. Now this we want the cofactor of this one, A22. So hide this row, second row and second column. What is left with? A11, A11, A13 and A32 and A33. So this is what we get, the cofactor A22. Cofactor A22 means it is the cofactor of the element A22. It is the cofactor of the element A21. So the next topic that is we are going to study finding the inverse of a matrix or adjoint of a matrix. That all depends upon the how to find the cofactors. How to find the to cofactors, the concept of the cofactor must be very much clear then, that how to find the cofactors, how to give the sign to them, or the minors are simply just, I told you, it is a just a cofactor without any proper sign is called a minor, but the proper sign we got the cofactors. So all the 9 elements in a determinant of the 3 by 3, all the 9 elements have their cofactors as well as the minors. Similarly, to any determinant of the order 2 by 2 will have the all the 4 elements will have their minors as well as the cofactors. So now I just solve one of the question for you people, that is the finding the cofactor of a when the proper numbers have been are being given to us. Now one of the determinant is, that is 1, 2, 3. We have a determinant 1, 2, 3, say 4, 5, 6. So this is a determinant. Now what is being said, find the cofactor of the element 6. So we want the cofactor of this 6. Then we'll see where does it lie. Second row, third column. Second row and third column. So this is the A23. Basically it is the element A23. So its cofactor would be capital A23. Now what the sign would be? minus 1 to the power 2 plus 3. After this, hide the second row, third column. We will have 1, 2, 1, 2, 7, 8. Then further gives us minus 1 to power 5 minus, and solution for the determinant would be 1 8s are 8 minus 14. Minus 14, that gives us minus of minus 6 is equal to 6. So this is what the cofactor of this one we get. Cofactor of the 6 we have, that is comes to be 6. Similarly, we can find the cofactor of any of the element. I just ask you to find the cofactor of this one. This is your third row, third column. Just put up the negative sign from your side, minus 1 to power third row, third column. It is A33. So raised to power 3 plus 3. Now the determinant would be what the determinant would be? A33, 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. This is the determinant is here. Now what is the cofactor A33? Exactly what is the value of the cofactor of the element A33? On simplification, we will be having A33 comes to be minus 1 to power even plus 1. 1 5s are 5 minus 4 2s are 8. That gives you minus 3. So cofactor of A33 is minus 3. So that is the answer. In this way, we can find the cofactor of any of the element out of this one. Okay. Now, after knowing this concept, now let us move to the next topic, and that is your finding the adjoint of a matrix. So this minor cofactor exercise 4.4 of the NCERT, whole of the exercise is finding they are very simple, finding the minors and the cofactors. So next, for 4.5, we will go for adjoint of a matrix. What is the adjoint of a matrix? So let us move ahead and find the adjoint of a matrix. It will be used in the exercise 4.5. So now, adjoint of a matrix. Adjoint of a matrix is basically the matrix obtained by the transpose of the all the cofactors. I just tell you, I have one of the determinant, that is, say, it is made up of the following one. What are the elements in it are that we have is equal to 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3 and 1, 4, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 4, 3 and 1, 3, 4. The topic is your adjoint of a matrix. Okay, so now we just make it a matrix, say A, and it becomes a matrix A of the order 3 by 3. We want to find its adjoint, and after finding the adjoint, we will like to find inverse of this matrix. Inverse of matrix A. Inverse of matrix A, and that is written as A inverse. So these two topics we will be studying right now. Adjoint of a matrix, inverse of a matrix A. How to find it, this one. We know how to find the cofactors now. Now after this one, now I go for adjoint of a matrix. What will I do? First of all, I will find the cofactors of all the 9 elements. That is, this is 1, 1. So its cofactor would be A11. So what will be a cofactor? Hiding this. 4 4s are 16 minus 9. 16 minus 4 4s are 16 minus 9. That gives you minus 1 to power 2 even, and it comes to be 7. So similarly, A12, the sum is odd. We'll be getting the minus 1, 1 plus 2. A1, what is A12? First row, second column, this is A12. So we're hiding this one. 1 4s are 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3, we get 4 minus 3, 1 and minus 1. 4 minus 3, 1, negative sign obtained by this one, and we get the A12. The next one, A13, first row, third column, this 3. Again, minus 1, 1 plus 3 even, hiding this and this. 3 1s are 3 minus 4. So that is equal to minus 1. Here we get the even power to minus 1, that becomes plus 1, 3 minus 4 is minus 1. Okay. Now, these 3 cofactors of the first row, that is A11, this one, A13. Now let us go to the cofactors of this. That is second row, A21. A21, second row, first column. Hide the second row, first column, 3 4s are 12. Minus second row, first column, 3 4s are 12 minus 9. It is odd, so straightway I put the negative sign. That is 12 minus 9 minus 3. Go for the next one, A22. Second row, second column, this 4 1. And that's what I am saying, cofactor of A22. That is a element on the diagonal, because I and J are equal, A22. So hide the second column, second row, we get 1 4s are 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 plus 2, even power. That is 1. The next is A23. And what is the A23? This 3 is there. We find the A23. Hide the third column, second row, 1 3s are 3 minus 3 0. Negative sign, 2 plus 3, 5. Next to 0 means 0. 0 has no sign because 0 is never given the sign. It has got the neither negative nor positive sign. It just demarcates the negative or real numbers and the positive real numbers. It is in between those. Now next one, I will tell you how to find. We need the cofactor of all the 9 elements. I find the first row, cofactor of first row, cofactor of second row, now cofactor of third row. Third row, first column. That is, hide the third row and first column. 3 3s are 9 minus 12. That is minus 3. Of course, 3 plus 1 gives the even sign. Now the next is A32. Third row, second column. Third row, second column. So first of all, I find the A31. A31 was this. 3 is a 9 minus 12. Now this one, 3. We want this one. That is the cofactor of A32. Hide this. 1 3s are 3 minus 3. That is 0. It is the cofactor of third. It is a cofactor of the element which lies in the third row and the second column. Now cofactor of the element that is lies in the third row, third column, hiding this. 1 4s are 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. 3 plus 3, that is a even. That is in sign will be positive 1. So these are the 9 cofactors I have obtained. I have written here 9 cofactors. Now I will write down what is the adjoint. What is the adjoint of the given matrix A? We want the adjoint of this one. After writing all the cofactors of 9 elements, I will tell you what is the adjoint of A. So adjoint of A would be, it is another matrix which is obtained by the transpose of the cofactors. Transpose of the cofactor means all the cofactors which are obtained of the elements lying in the first row, they will be written in the first column. These are the cofactors obtained from the elements of first row. They will be written in the first column. Transpose 7 minus 1 minus 1. Cofactors of the second row will be in the second column. Minus 3 1 0. Minus 3 1 0. Now these are the cofactors of the elements in the third row, to be written in the third column. That is minus 3 0 and 1. So this is called adjoint of the A. So what you have come to know how to write down the adjoint of the A. So we have obtained the adjoint of the A, that is 7 minus 3 minus 3 minus 1 1 0 minus 1 0 1. Now how to get the inverse? How to get the inverse of the matrix A? Inverse, what is the meaning of inverse? Inverse of a matrix means that is whenever inverse so obtained will be multiplied with the matrix itself, will get the identity matrix. This is the property of the inverse of a matrix. So I have written the adjoint of A. Now I will obtain the inverse of A, and that what would be that? And that A inverse, when multiplied with this matrix, will give us the identity matrix of the same order, which is that of the matrix A inverse or A. because both are the square matrices and will be having the same order. So now what is the formula for getting the A inverse? A inverse is obtained by simply dividing the adjoint of a matrix by the determinant of the matrix. What I am saying, that is the adjoint of a matrix. So this is adjoint of A. If divided by its determinant, so A inverse is equal to adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. So we will obtain this one. Now what is the determinant of A? Matrix we have. Let us make it a determinant of A, or you write down determinant of A. That is, just change the signs. This become determinant of A, and its value will be obtained by evaluating the determinant. How we evaluate? We have done in the previous exercises. First element written as such, then hiding this column, this row. 4 4 is 16 minus 9. 16 minus 9, we get the 7. Then we go for this one, negative sign and 3. Start the bracket, hide this second column, first row. 1 4 is 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3, 1. This is, we are getting the determinant of A. Now the next 3 plus. So first we get the, which sign we did get? Positive. This was given the positive sign. This was given the negative sign. This is given the positive sign. Plus minus plus. Plus 3. Hide this column, this row. 1 3 is 3 minus 4 minus 1. Minus 1. So overall we get 7 minus 3 minus 3 is equal to 1. So this is the determinant A. So what is the value of the determinant? A comes to be, it comes to be 1. So now we want the inverse A. So inverse A, adjoint of A. Adjoint of A is, what is the adjoint of A? I have written there, that is 7 minus 3 minus 3 minus 1 1 0 minus 1 0 and 1. Determinant of A, this is adjoint of A, determinant of A. Data A is 1, so 1 by 1. So that is 1 by 1, 1. When multiplied to this, any of the row or the column of the determinant, the same. So A inverse obtained would be, now that is equal to our matrix. Put up the now matrix sign. This A inverse is a matrix sign. Here. This is what we have obtained, adjoint of A. Adjoint of A, determinant of A, 1. So we obtain 7 minus 3 minus 3. And minus 1, 1, 0, minus 1, 0 and 1. So this is what we have obtained, A inverse. In case you want to verify it is correct or not, just multiply with the original matrix A to this A inverse and you will get the I. Identity matrix would be obtained from this one. So now I hope the concept must be very much clear. We have been given a matrix A, and from the matrix A what I did, I find all the cofactors of the 9 elements it has, and after finding the cofactors I write down the adjoint of A. What is the adjoint of A? All the cofactors when transposed in a matrix, then we get the adjoint of A. So these are the cofactors of the elements of the first row. These were the cofactors of the elements of the first row of the original matrix. Now these cofactors are written in the first column. Obtained from first row, written in the first column. Now this these cofactors obtained from the elements of the second row written in the second column. So similarly, this is in the third column. So this is called the adjoint of A. When this adjoint of A divided by the determinant of A, we get the inverse of A. Inverse, by the way, inverse and the what is called the original, this adjoint of A are here similar. So this is what is called the A inverse, isn't it? So now the next. So now we go for the next topic, and that is your solution of system of equations by matrix method. And if we can, in the earlier classes you must have done the elimination method for solving the equation, or substitution method, graphical method, all such types of method you have done it. But now we will solve the system of equations maybe in 2 variable or maybe of 3 variables by the matrix method, Now I have written 3 equations: 3x minus 2y 3z 8, 2x plus y minus z 1, 4x minus 3y plus 2z is equal to 4. 3 equations are there. Now we are supposed to find the value of x, y, z because 3 variables are in it, 3 equations. We want to solve it by the matrix method. Now what we should do, how we should solve it? The basic concept is this one, that is x matrix is equal to A inverse into B. Now this is a x. What is x? X is a matrix just comprising x, y, z. X is a matrix comprising x, y, z variables whose value is to be find out. X, y, z. What is A? So A matrix is made up by the coefficients of the 3 variables. Here the coefficients of the 3 variables are: x has the coefficients 3, 2, 4. Write down in the column 3, 2, 4. And y has the coefficients minus 2, 1, minus 3. Minus 2, 1 and minus 3. Z has a coefficient 3, minus 1, 2. 3, minus 1 and 2. So this is what we get. This is A inverse, this is A. So from this matrix A, which we have formed by the coefficients of the 3 variables x, y, z. So this we will find the A inverse of this one. We'll multiply the B. What is B? Then question arises, what is a B matrix? It is composed of the constants of the 3 equations lying on the right hand side: 8, 1, 4. And these 3 are lying in the 3 equations without, along with them no variables there. 8, 1, 4. Bring these constants on the right hand sides and the other variables on the terms of with the variables on the left hand side. Then 8, 1, 4. It is a column matrix having the single column matrix having a single column x, y, z. 8, 1, 4. It is called the matrix B. This is the x and its A and its A inverse. We will find it out and we multiply B. We get the value of the x, y, z. So now we will proceed how to find the values of the x, y, z from these 3 equations. After writing the 3 equations, you just form x, A and B as I have done. I am showing you on the board. Okay. Now go for A inverse because x and B are to be used as such, nothing to do with them. Only we have to go for finding the A inverse from the matrix A. So we have done last time in the previous lecture how to find the A inverse. Finding the A inverse, that means we will be finding the adjoint of A and then dividing by. So just for finding A inverse, the first step you do, find the determinant of A. just make the matrix A to be, take it as determinant 3 minus 2, 3, 2, 1 minus 1, 4 minus 3 and 2. Okay, find its value. Find this value. So how the value is being find it out? Evaluate this determinant. First of all, write down the 3 and in the bracket this to be, hide this column, this row, 1 2s are 2 and minus 3. 3 is written as such for evaluating the determinant. Then hide the row in which the 3 lies and the column in which the 3 lies. Then this is a small determinant, evaluate it, 1 2s are 2 or minus product of these, that is plus 3, 2 minus 3 minus 1. Then go for this one, put up the minus sign and this minus 2 here. So minus 2 means make it positive 2. Then hide this column and this row, 2 2s are 4 and plus 4 we get the 8 here. After this go for the plus 3, start the bracket, hide this column and the first row, 2 minus 3 minus 6, minus 6 and minus 4 minus 10. So value for the determinant comes to be minus 3 plus 16 minus 30 and that comes to be 33 and this one. So I get minus 17 from minus 3 minus 30 minus 33 plus 16 we get the minus 17. So value of the matrix A when converted to determinant, taken as determinant, its value come to be minus 17 or it is not equal to 0. So when the determinant is not equal to 0, so that means solution of the equations exist. Solution of the equation exists. It is called non-singular. This matrix is also called non-singular. If it is equal to 0, in case it would have been equal to 0, then we would have called it a singular matrix and there would have been no solution for the equations. But here it is not equal to 0 minus 17, non-singular, solution exists and we call it a consistent method of equations. The equations or that the solution is consistent. Consistent means it exists. Now let us go to the next one. After telling this one, we have got the determinant A. Now we'll find the next cofactors of all the elements because we have to form the adjoint of A. हमें क्या form करना है? We want to form the adjoint of A. For that purpose, I need the cofactors of 9 elements. So first cofactor I will call it A11. That will be the cofactor of the element this one A11. This is our element A11. Its cofactor would be, hide this one, 1 to the 2 and minus 3. 2 and minus 3 will get minus 1. Okay. Then the cofactor 1, 2. Cofactor of this one minus 2. Hide this one. 2 2s are 4 and plus 4, 8 or it would be minus 8. Reason? Because it lies on the, we are finding the cofactor of the element 1, 2. The sum of these two is odd. We put the negative sign from our side. So there is a cofactor 1, 2. Then go for the cofactor 1, 3. This is a 1, 3 element. This is element is 1, 3. 1, 3. Now hide this one, minus 6, minus 4, minus 10. Minus 10. Without changing the sign, I am writing here. Reason? Its location is, that is I1, 3 even place. 1 plus 3, 4 even. We get the, without changing a sign, we are getting minus 10. Okay. Now the next is your cofactor of second row or first element A21. A21. 2, 1. Hide this one, minus 2 and 2, minus 4 and plus 9, we get 5, and let us put up the negative sign to it, and we will be having, what is a21 is minus 5. a21 is our minus 5, isn't it? Why I make it negative? Because sum of the 2 plus 1, ith row, I means second row, first column, sum of these two, 3, negative sign. Next is your a22. Second row, second column, elements, yani cofactor of the this one. What is the cofactor of this one? Hide this, 3 2s are 6, minus 12. 6 minus 12 minus 6. So we get a22, that is the cofactor is minus 6. The next we get cofactor of a23. Second row, third column. This is second row, third column, minus 1. Cofactor of minus 1. And what is that? 3 minus 9, 3 minus 9 or plus 8. Minus 1, but this is the odd, we get plus 1. So these are the cofactors of the elements of the second row, a21, a22, a23. These are the cofactors of the elements of the first row, a11, a12, a13. Now we move ahead, we find the cofactors of the which one? Third row. Cofactors of the elements of the third row. That is your a31, third row, first column. This is your a31. This is a31. What is the cofactor of this one? Hide this one, minus plus 2 and minus 3. Minus 2 into minus 1 plus 2, minus 1 into 3, minus 3, 2 minus 3, minus 1, or it is even place, this one. Then let us go for 3, 2. Third row, second column. Third row, second column. This is the 3, 2 element. Now, 3 minus 3, 3 minus 1, minus 3 and minus 6, minus 9, and the lying on the odd place, we put the plus 9. a33. This one, 3, 3 ones are 3 and plus 4, 7. So we get the minus 1, 9 and 7. So this is what we have obtained, the cofactors of all the 9 elements. So now I will write down the A inverse. What is the A inverse? So our A inverse is, just look at this one. What is the A inverse? Your A inverse is equal to adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. Determinant of A comes to be, remember, minus 17. So we have written minus 17, 1 upon minus 17. And what is the adjoint of A? That is the transpose of the cofactors of the original matrix. So these are the cofactors of the first row to be made in the first, to be written in the first column, and that will be called adjoint. Minus 1, minus 8, minus 10, and then minus 5, minus 6 and 1. Then minus 1, 9 and 7. So here we get the, what we have? We have obtained A inverse minus 1 by 17, and this matrix, this whole is called A inverse. And basically 17 will be going below each of these elements, but we won't divide it first. First of all, we go for our equation. What the equation I told you? That is x is equal to A inverse B. So we, for finding x, this A inverse will be multiplied with the B, and then we'll divide by 17. Now let us go for this equation. I have written this one, all these one. So that is your x. I told you what is the x matrix. It is being formed from the variables. So x means it is a matrix x, y and z. That is equal to A inverse. A inverse means minus 1 by 17 into matrix minus 1, minus 5, minus 1 and minus 8, minus 6, 9, minus 10, 1, 7. This is complete A inverse. Now it is to be multiplied with the B. So initially I told you what is the matrix B, that all the constant terms given in the equation, that is called B. What was here? 8, 1, 4. 8, 1, 4. 8, 1, 4. So this is the matrix B. So now we have put up the values of the x. X is here. This is the A inverse and B. So what I have written? X, I write down again. X, A inverse, B. This is our B and this is our A inverse and this is our X. Okay. Now let us multiply and find the value of x, y, z. The multiplication we have learned earlier. Minus 1 by 17 still there. Multiply these two matrices. The first row with this column, minus 1, 8, we get minus 8, minus 5 and minus 4. Now the second row comes here, minus 64, minus 6 and 36. Minus 80, 1 and 7 fours are 28. So this is what you obtained. Let us go further. Minus 1 by 17 still there. Simplify it. It is minus 17. Here 70 and it is minus 34. Minus 64 minus 6 minus 70 plus 36 minus 34. Here we have got minus 80 and 29. What is minus 80 and 29? We get minus 51. Okay. So this is now what you obtained from these two. Here now minus 1 by 17, to be this matrix obtained has to be divided by minus 17. So what we get, so value of the x, y, z, value of x, y, z is equal to minus 1 by 17 minus 17, and that we obtain, what we get? We get here 1, here 2, here 3. So this is the value, final values of our x, y and z. So this is the answer. This is the total method how to solve the system of equations with the three variables x, y, z by the matrix method. So what we have done, we have used the concept x, A inverse B. What is x? By the variables x, y, z, inverse coefficients of the variables, we make a matrix from that and find the inverse of that. Then B, all the constant terms without x, y, z lying in the three equations. So now at the end we find the value of x, y, z, that comes to 1, 2, 3, and that is the solution. You put up in any of the equation 1, 2, 3, you will see the both sides are equal. That means they are the correct solutions. So this is how we can solve the system of equations by this one. So I hope you must have understood the basic concepts for solving the linear equations, and so thanks for watching.